How's it going, guys? It's Jay, and in today's video we're going to be looking at how Nintendo were going to partner up with Sony to create the SNES CD and the PlayStation. 2019 is the year for big anniversaries. Did you know that the PlayStation turns 25 years old today? Happy birthday! It was originally a project between Nintendo and Sony, but Nintendo did a big oopsie. So keep watching to find out what Nintendo did and how the PlayStation was born.
Roll those credits.
So we normally cover Nintendo games on this channel, but to celebrate 25 years of PlayStation we definitely had to cover the Nintendo backstory. And if you guys like Nintendo and video games and all things geeky, be sure to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button and keep watching. So let's take a trip back through time. This is the Super NES CD-ROM system, or SNES CD for short. Imagine asking your parents for one of these for Christmas.
Hey, Mom!
What is it, boy?
Can I have a Super Nintendo CD system for Christmas?
No, you little shit.
Aww.
It's hard to believe these days, but back in the day, Sony did not give a monkeys about gaming. It was all down to one man, Ken Kutaragi, the father of the PlayStation. Unfortunately, most of the Sony big bosses didn't want to get into gaming, but it was thanks to Noria Oga, who was keen to see CDs take off, that Kutaragi was given the okay. In the 90s, gaming was all about cartridges, these big chunky pieces of plastic that wouldn't break if you chucked them into Mount Doom.
Destroy it!
But CDs were so much cheaper and easier to produce. Nintendo were a little bit skeptical, but went ahead with the idea anyway. So Sony and Nintendo worked together to create two brand new consoles. The SNES CD would bolt onto the bottom of the SNES, allowing CDs to be played, and a separate Nintendo PlayStation would have a SNES slot. Can you imagine that? Nintendo games and PlayStation games in one beautiful box. It is the thing of 90s schoolyard fantasy. But here is where the tea begins. Prepare for maximum awkward. In 1988, Nintendo and Sony signed the contract for Sony to produce the SNES CD. However, Sony would take all the royalties from all the games produced. Nintendo were not happy. No, no, no. So what did Nintendo do? They had a top secret meeting with Sony's biggest rival, Philips, to create the SNES CD. What? And of course, Sony had no idea. So fast forward to 1991 at the Consumer Electronics Show, and Sony revealed the SNES CD. Everyone was super excited, being able to play CD games, being able to play SNES games. It was a revolution. But then along came Nintendo the next day and revealed a partnership, not with Sony, but with Philips. And Sony were sad, embarrassed, ashamed, annoyed, all sorts of emotions. But you know, Sony and Nintendo are very mature, so they tried to reconcile. They created loads of prototypes, new contract. Nintendo had more royalties. And it just didn't work out. Sony even tried to get into bed with Sega, and Sega replied, "That's a very stupid idea. Sony doesn't know how to make hardware. They don't even know how to make software either. Why would we want to do this?" If only they knew. If only they knew. Poor, poor Sega. So in 1993, Sony dropped the space between Play and Station, and the PlayStation was born. So could Sony compete with the giant, the mammoth that was Nintendo? They sure did. They partnered with studios like Namco, Konami and loads of others to create brand new and immersive 3D games like Wipeout, Toshinden and Ridge Racer. And the rest is history. Sony went on to sell over 100 million PlayStation consoles and redefine the CD format, making it the go-to format for gaming in the 90s. It was the most successful console of its generation. And that's it, a little gaming history to celebrate 25 years of the PlayStation. A big happy birthday to you, PlayStation. And if you like this video and you want to see more geeky and gaming videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button, tap that like button, and tag a friend who may want to know about PlayStation. And we'll see you in the next video.